Hey guys, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me for the day, but welcome back to Political Fight Club. I read one more thing that infuriated me and got me back on here for the last time tonight, I swear. So you guys may have been following the $15 minimum wage and how that was allowed to be killed by Senate Democrats. Bernie did his best to get the amendment in the ARP. It failed in the Senate, and the squad didn't vote as a block to insist that it got put in the ARP, so it didn't get put in there. So it was a completely failed effort on progressives' part. And Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema are showing us that they know how to play politics way better than people on the left. But I digress. This story is about Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin, and how, as it turns out, Joe Manchin is actually a little bit better than Kyrsten Sinema. Now, this is from the Huffington Post. As it turns out, there are about 20 centrist Democrats and Republicans who are working together on trying to craft a minimum wage bill that will actually pass the Senate. Mitt Romney is spearheading this with Kyrsten Sinema. So they haven't released any of the details yet, but it seems that the bill that they're actually trying to pass, Romney and Sinema, is aiming for a $10 minimum wage. And Joe Manchin came out recently and said it has to be an $11 minimum wage. So Sinema, if you know this about her, she's the senator from Arizona. The minimum wage is already $12 in Arizona. So this affects her not. So why is she working with Mitt Romney and trying to get it lowered from even lower than Joe Manchin is recommending, when it doesn't even really matter? It doesn't affect her state at all? The answer is because she's in the pocket of these big corporate donors, and as I said, she takes a ton of PAC money from like union-busting firms and people who have a vested interest in keeping the minimum wage lower across the nation. So, like, even though it doesn't affect her constituents at all, whether it's a $11 minimum wage or a $10 minimum wage or a $7.25 minimum wage, because they have a $12 minimum wage, she's still negotiating down and going with the Republicans and trying to work something out to screw the people to go even lower because she's paid to. So what we really should be doing is shining the biggest spotlight on how Kyrsten Sinema apparently even wants to go to the right of Joe Manchin, who is pathetically putting forth an $11 minimum wage. By the way, in Joe Manchin's state, if you have a family of 4, you have to make at least $21 an hour to support your family at 40 hours a week. If you have a family of 3, it's still over $15 an hour. And he wants to move it up from what? Like in West Virginia, the minimum wage is ridiculously low. It's like $5. And he wants to move it up to $11. That's half of what you'd need if you're working 40 hours a week to support a family of 4, and still woefully inadequate of what you need if as a family of 3. So it's bullshit all around. But Kyrsten Sinema is even showing that she's willing to go to the right of Joe Manchin, working with Romney and all these people on a $10 minimum wage. Get fucked, Effie Trinket, Hunger Games bitch. No $15, but we will work very good on trying to get you 10, and then maybe we'll meet in the middle and we'll get you $8.50. Oh god, I hate Kyrsten Sinema so much. Doesn't she look like a cartoon character too? Like, she looks like she was straight up like drawn into the Senate. Like, she can't be real. Like, she is straight out of the Hunger Games, man. That's why I call her Effie Trinket, because she's so cartoonish and evil and so obviously bought and paid for. If you guys remember correctly, she was like a champion of like progressive policy when she first got in there, and then she got her taste of money. She upgraded her wardrobe. Maybe that's how they bribe her. They offer her new fashionable shoes that she can wear to work to get her to, vote for corporate interests instead of the people's interests. I don't know, but she did a complete 180 when she was in there, and now she's arguably worse than Joe Manchin. So fuck you, Kyrsten Sinema. $10 minimum wage is ridiculous. $11 minimum wage is ridiculous. $15 minimum wage is ridiculous. It should be $20 minimum. Adjusted for inflation and productivity, it should be $24 an hour. That's just science for you, or just how they calculated it. Sorry, it should be $24 an hour minimum. So also I should say they plan to roll out the $10 minimum wage over 5 years. It's like, you fucking kidding me? 2030, 2031, 2032, we're going to have a $10 minimum wage? Get fucked, you cartoons, you fucking Muppets. Anyway, she's definitely going to get shithead of the week this week, or at least a nomination. So I'll see you guys later. I'm sorry I had to keep getting on, but I saw that on my news feed, and I had to absolutely report on it. So keep fighting the good fight out there. I'll see you.